welcome to your third stimulus check, third stimulus package update. Before we jump into this, folks, if you want to subscribe, please subscribe and ring the bell for future updates. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it if you can. All comments are welcome. Main part here I want to talk about here is just a little news briefing about the president, about mask mandate in some states that are lifting all that, and about people and their Social Security. We'll start off with the Social Security one. People with SSI, SSDI, rural retirement, most of them have not received their $1,400 stimulus check yet. It's just shameful. I can't even understand why they haven't received it. That's what this whole pandemic, COVID-19 thing is about, that it affects most senior citizens, people that are disabled and everything, and how to protect them. Why they didn't receive their stimulus check first is beyond me. It should go to them first and families that don't have jobs with children, etc., and on down the road. Except now, people that made $100,000 a year, couples with families, received their stimulus check, but the folks that need it the most haven't received theirs yet. So, as of right now, this morning here, there still isn't an exact date when folks on SSI, SSDI, rural retirement will get their stimulus check. Didn't want to have to say that, but hopefully it'll change. Like I say with our politicians, it changes hour by hour. This falls on the Treasury and the President, why the people on Social Security, etc., haven't received their stimulus check yet. Their whole payment schedule is just totally messed up. Their priorities on who gets it first is all messed up. So I pray they get their checks real soon here, hopefully today, tomorrow, etc. Another thing, folks, when I put these clippings up here, it just shows actual clippings, what's going on in the news. Yes, most news is secondhand, folks. First-hand news would be like if I woke up this morning and tied my shoes, and I put that in a video. That's first-hand news. But unless we're the one that's actually doing it, it's all secondhand news. So, like now I'm talking, this is me talking, but this clip that I'm going to read here is actual news. So let's jump in here about the president and this pipeline and all the lawsuits being filed against him. Should I say the lawsuit? With our past president, Donald Trump, he got beat up pretty good by politicians, Democrats versus Republicans, fighting back and forth. Now it looks like it's the Republicans going after Joe Biden. Not all Republicans, but some. So now he's having his problems on that, and the immigration along the border with all these children that are coming in. Texas, Montana, and 19 other Republican-led states are suing President Joe Biden in federal court over his rejection of the Keystone XL pipeline. The lawsuit, which also named Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and other cabinet members, was filed Wednesday in U.S. District Court for Southern Texas. Along with Texas and Montana, the other plaintiffs are Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Utah, and West Virginia, and Wyoming. I'm sure more will probably jump in on this. Don't know what's going to happen in this here, if he's going to have to change his mind or whatever, but time will tell. Many of the states aren't near the proposed path for the Keystone XL, which would carry oil from sands in Alberta to refineries along the Texas Gulf Coast. So why do they believe they have standings? The Montana Attorney General's office says it's because killing the pipeline would also have a ripple effect that adversely impacts the economy and the environment in non-pipeline states. The GOP-led states argue that by revoking the permit on the first day in office, which Joe Biden did, exceeded his authority because of a provision Congress tucked into the tax legislation in 2011 that required President Barack Obama to either approve the pipeline within 60 days or issue a determination that it wasn't in the national interest. The pipeline requires presidential permit and a national interest determination because it crosses an international border. The lawsuit says that the president, in issuing his January 20th executive order and his cabinet officials in enforcing it, are exceeding their authorities under both the Constitution and the Administrative Procedures Act. Montana Attorney General Austin Knudsen said the suit is aiming to salvage a project that was a lifeline for his state. This pipeline was set to go through 6 counties in extreme Montana. 5 of those counties are already designated as high poverty counties, he told Fox Business. The project was set to become the largest property taxpayer in all of those counties. That's out the window, just shy of 4,000 jobs. That's out the window. Biden added the United States must be in a position to exercise vigorous climate leadership in order to achieve a significant increase in global climate action and put the world on a sustainable climate pathway. Several states have lifted their mask mandates. That's what we're going to talk about now, is the states and this COVID-19 and wearing masks. Several states have lifted their mask mandates and are restarting their economy at full capacity, prompting concerns of further surges of COVID-19. And yes, folks, in my opinion, I'm sure they're going to get more cases, but as it is in California here, we're infested with the coronavirus. But the gap between the people that are infected and the death rate is getting spread way apart. It's less and less folks are passing away from the coronavirus. So they're opening everything up here, including a lot of the schools, which we weren't shut down all the way, but kids are going to be able to not be so far away. They could be 3 feet apart. A lot of states are getting rid of the masks, but as here, they're opening up all the sports. Actually having the football season that wasn't played this season played right now, volleyball, etc. They're opening everything up. Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon ended his state's mask requirement as of March 16th. Texas and Mississippi also recently lifted their mask mandates, joining Montana, North Dakota, and Iowa in a growing list of states that no longer required people to wear face coverings in public. Now, folks, my honest opinion, people that was eating at restaurants with masks on, I thought that was one of the most silliest things I've ever seen. You come in wearing a mask, but you sit down, you could take the mask off to eat and then put it back on. That just seemed to me defeats the whole purpose of wearing a mask, but that's just my opinion. Other states are planning to follow suit. In Alabama, Governor Gay Avery stated that the mask requirement in her state would be lifted April 9th. What's more, some states are also moving to reopen their economies. Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced businesses are allowed to reopen at 100% as of March 10th in Maryland. Lifting requirements for a face covering goes against guidance from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention that everyone should continue to wear face masks and practice physical distancing out in public. Been saying it for quite a long time, folks, that this virus is just going to play out and things look like they'll be getting back to normal here, so the normal that you best can get to. So all this stimulus money and this extended unemployment, folks, take advantage of it, get your bills paid up, get things ready so you can get back to work, because I don't see them extending this unless things really take off with people lifting masks. But, you know, only so many people can get affected. So many people's already had it. It's got to slow down sometime. So you're going to have to make that last, because there's not going to be all these extra benefits out there. Please leave in the comment section below if you agree with not have to wearing a mask anymore, agree with the economy open, or if you feel that folks should still keep wearing the mask and still being not working and social distancing, etc. I know here in far northern California, we haven't had it nothing like a lot of counties have throughout the country, states have. California, though, has a crazy amount of people got infected with the coronavirus, but a lot of them, it didn't even bother at all. A lot of them didn't even know they had it, but they had to get tested due to their jobs. It's just a touchy subject because so many people passed away from it and everything, so try not to touch on it too much, but leave a comment below of how you feel on that. And folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for giving this channel a thumbs up and leaving comments and sharing the videos, and for subscribing and ringing the bell. I want to thank you guys. Take care and be safe.